Thank you to Celsius for powering our conversation. You hear it in the room. Can we give it up
Shouts
for Harper,
out.
Grace, and Franklin Jonas, please? Yeah.
Thank you.
Family.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
This is really like a familial situation. I mean, because Harper and I, we go back a little bit. We've had our opportunities chatting. I don't know if you would ever recall, but there have been just so many times where we've been all sponges absorbing all the things that the brothers have done, and I've been in some venues and some rooms where we've been together. So this is an amazing reunion. So thank you guys for taking the time to hang.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
No,
We're glad to be
for
here.
sure. And it's this gosh, man, this music thing that I had no idea you guys came out of just all of a sudden it's a collab. So yeah,
Right
Run
to
it.
it.
Let's do it.
serious. How did this team come about?
Would you like to take that?
I guess I'll take it away. I have had the honors of working with the Jonas Group management for a little bit now, and it's been so super cool. And Franklin and I had the opportunity to meet in Vegas for a little showcase that we had at Nellie's. Shout out to Nellie's.
Shouts out Nelly. Great fried chicken. Great fried chicken.
So good food. But I had watched Franklin perform for the first time, and it was just so intricate and like wild and awesome all at the same time. And we got to chat a little bit after that. And then fast forward, I had a showcase of my own in Nashville, and he had come out to that. And shortly after that, we realized that we both wanted to collab and write a song together. And it's just been a beautiful story, I feel like.
Seeing her perform at that showcase in Nashville, I immediately texted and said, I have this idea for a duet. And we wrote IDK as a result of that. And that was almost a year and a half ago now that we wrote this song.
And I heard it was kind of like one of those situations where the first time that you all were able to perform together, it was like magic. It was kind of the fireworks, boom, this just feels right. Not only did the song feel right because you wrote it together, but just the performance of it together just felt special.
I mean, we had no idea. I think the song was initially intended to be like a scene, right? Where there's a conversation and a back and forth and a dialogue. And then the first time we performed it, we didn't really know what we were going to do. We had no idea. And
You're going to take this part, I'm going to take this part.
We rehearsed the night before for maybe an hour with one of the three members of the band.
Yeah.
And we
It
were
was very thrown together.
It was in a
so
conference
last minute.
room.
Honestly, we've joked around the way that this whole thing has happened has just felt so organic.
Yes.
We joke around as well, saying that when we first wrote this song and showed it to the team, everyone's like, "Oh wow, this is nice."
This is cool.
We don't really know where this is gonna go, but cool song. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
But nobody thought this was gonna be what it is now, which is, I mean, we have had people on our team that have definitely supported it since the beginning.
100%.
But then there's also the few that are we have no idea where we're going to put this. So it's just been really, really cool to see just all of it pan out in such a magical way. Like you said, we did it at CRS, which is the country radio, and in a conference room for the very first time, and literally texted him 2 days prior to that.
The visual that just popped into your brain when you said the conference room for the first time, because I could feel that laugh.
I'm there,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to get my seat to go back so I can go.
All of that.
Yeah, but
And it was why and it was just happenstance that it happened that she needed another song.
literally
And
2 days
I was
before.
let's do it.
Yeah.
And then as a result, we've just gone all in on it.
Yeah.
And you all are both creating in Nashville, or is this just the place that it just happened? I mean, this is a place where I make it sound like this is a magical place. This is but Nashville is such an inspiring city. So what does it mean for the both of you to be creating and creators in this space, in this city that really is just turning out so many, amazing songs and songwriters and performers?
I mean, Harper lives there. I unfortunately don't. I live in LA.
Gonna-
I love
we're gonna
LA.
change
Shouts out
that.
to LA. LA's great.
Trying to get you out
LA's
to
great.
Nashville permanently.
I miss it a lot. I used to live there. I went to school there, and it's but I'm basically there every other weekend now writing, because all of my friends, all of my collaborators, these people who I really enjoy working with are all there.
What's the buzz like? What's keeping you there? I mean, being from there, and I think we talked about this before, but what does it feel like to be in that city where there are just so many amazing people that are, just churning out hits?
Yeah, honestly, that's a great question. I grew up in Texas originally, and no one in my family does music. My Nana plays the accordion. I talk about that a lot, and that was kind of the thing for me that made me fall in love with country music. But ever since I was little, it's like Nashville was sort of engraved in my heart for some reason, and my family didn't talk about it, but I just had this feeling, and I knew I wanted to be there. And so age 14, like super driven, and created my own calendar and came out to my family and was like, we have to be in Nashville on March 3rd because I did this. And my parents like, what? I was homeschooled too. So I was like, we can't leave because I ain't got to be nowhere. And so I set everything up. But yeah, it's surreal for me to live there. Growing up, listening with my Nana to Dolly Parton and Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn and Roy Orbison and just all these like classic country singers, and listening to their songs about how magical Nashville is, and then getting the opportunity to travel at a young age and now living there. I feel like sometimes it feels like Texas a little bit just from the Southern hospitality side of it, so it feels enough like home, but even in the sense that I just feel like my veins are like pumping music all the time, that it's like the right place to be. But I also, love New York, love LA, like traveling and collaborating with other writers and other producers and stuff, but Nashville's definitely got that sensibility of just organic storytelling, and I'm just so honored to live there. And
aside from Nashville, the city, but where else are these inspirations being, pulled and drawn from, for
the sewer.
The both of you? Wow.
Yeah, the sewer for me.
These New York streets.
Historically, the sewers of New York come for me.
Where are these stories, and in particular, IDK, but where are these stories being pulled from? Where in the heart?
I mean, so many places. This style of music, whether you call it country or folk or Americana, is something that I've always aspired to want to write and work on. It's the music that I listen to most, and I just never had the courage to do it. And I think that I have spent the past long while trying to find my voice of what music is for me, and trying things and figuring out what feels like the closest to my chest and to my heart. And in a crazy way, this song was really at the beginning of that journey for me of finding this sound, and that I just love. And it was so much an inspiration working with Harper and working on this song of I can be in this lane, I can be in this world, and I can speak in these words. And it's just a testament to this collaboration.
Let it be known. He's got pipes, right? I mean,
oh my gosh.
Yo, let it be known, Franklin.
Seriously,
Bro,
Franklin can sing.
My guy can.
The low register, it's
There it
sometimes
is.
I just want to
It's there.
sit there, it's
It
so
cuts
nice.
Thank you, thank you,
No,
man.
it's what's really is is amazing about what you said is that you found your lane. You found something that, especially, I mean, we can, what I'm saying, we can just talk about to both of y'all's history, finding your lane and the persistence that it takes to want to do what really feels right in your heart. What were you able to learn from each other in this?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I can second what Franklin said of just finding the voice and the sound. I think I'm learning so much, just even from watching Franklin create and perform. He's so poetic and so storytelling, and it's so beautiful to be able to kind of take a little step into his brain and just see how it works. And I've learned how to let loose a little bit more, and also to comfortably be myself. I think that growing up, I was homeschooled, and I was really cool and funny, And for a while...
The funniest kid in the class.
Oh, yeah, I was literally...
Yeah. All the teachers love me.
Yeah, exactly. Most popular kid in school. No, but for a while, I definitely leaned into that, and I loved the comedic side, but being in Nashville and when I first got there and wrote music, it was definitely leaning more towards the organic portion. But then, you get to collab with other producers and writers, and you're trying to find your lane, like Franklin said, and do the pop country stuff, and it literally the same situation with me when we wrote IDK. It was this pivot in my head of wow, this is what I've been wanting to do this whole entire time, and I didn't realize that I could actually do it and it would work, and it feels right. And on top of it all, we can be ourselves, we can have fun. Obviously, IDK is a song about like the push and pull of love, and also, you know, not necessarily understanding how it's going to end. But it's a serious song, but in the midst of it all, there's still this lightheartedness. And the fact, I think, that the magic came out for the two of us is that you can perform into it, and we just get to like have fun and sing it from the heart. And also, you know, as we're posting and like talking about it, it's not just like, come and download our song. It's like we get to just do something funny and be, you know, organic and weird and quirky. And so I think the thing I've learned the most in this whole, you know, experience with Franklin is just to be myself and love it, because I've found a new joy being able to collab and do stuff with
Let's speak about performance a little bit, and the fact that it was in front of a lot of screaming fans. You know, just right around the corner. Yeah, y'all did that. Shout out to Jonas Con that just popped off, and to bring the song to life. You know, stepping onto that stage. Was it before or after Dad performed?
It was before. And then after.
Yeah. So that was a surprise for everybody. But then for you all to step out on that stage and to watch the fans connect, and just to see so many, just, whoa, okay, the mall, it's way up there, and everybody's dialed in, to perform the record in front of fans. That feeling, what was it for you?
It was wild. I mean, so the one time that we'd performed it before this was in a hotel room in a conference room. And that was with, you know, 2 guitarists and a fiddle player, and it was amazing, and it was stripped down. And then this performance yesterday, first on the Sky stage, and then on y'all's stage, we did a big band, and then we stripped it down again, and it was just us with guitarists, and it was so fantastic to see that the song can live in different
both
places.
Spaces. Yes,
and it's so fun to perform. I mean, because the first time we performed it, we just kind of locked eyes and performed it to each other.
To each other the whole time.
Because we didn't know.
Like, I don't know.
You find in those sorts of situations when it's like, in my experience, having the amazing opportunity to say, come on stage at Prudential with my brothers. That's beyond where I'm at in my career.
For sure.
But there's something honestly more intimidating about a room of 15, 16 people, you know, like at a corporate conference, essentially. There's something a bit more intimidating about that. And so we ended up just singing it to each other. And then that created what we found was this song live, which is just us performing it to each other and having fun up there. And now it's so interesting to find these different ways of doing it, whether it's with a guitar or with just a fiddle or with just a mandolin or with a full big Appalachian folk band. It works in these ways where we just get to have fun.
Yeah.
It's about that. And that's what music is supposed to be. It's supposed to just be you performing what feels right in your heart. And, you know, the fun comes from when you find that true connection. And it can be a sea of people, but you can zone out. And you can just be in that moment with your collaborator, with your best friend on stage, and just release those emotions.
Oh, yeah.
How stoked are we for the rest of 2025? I mean, we're just getting started. I know, we're talking and thinking about albums in the fall and stuff, homie. Like, I mean...
Yeah, I'm so excited. We even got to, I don't know if you want to say, but sing another one on stage yesterday too.
Yeah, I've been working on a lot of music, and I had written a song that had it was intended for a duet, and last minute I was like, we're gonna be doing this together. Like, let's just do another song, like, see how it goes. And then we had so much fun doing it. We're like, we should do this now. This is fun.
We really do have so much fun together, which is like, it's just, like you said, to do it with your best friend as well as like somebody that, just to throw it back, the thing that I loved the most about watching Franklin is just, you can tell that it's his whole, like, he embodies what he's doing and he takes it seriously, and he brands whatever he's putting out there like a project or like 100%. A little gift. And to be honest, that's how I've always wanted to portray myself as well. So watching Franklin do it, I'm just very beyond ecstatic, again, like it being such a full circle moment, as well as it's so authentic and organic, it's all playing out. And we had the date for this song to be out, but not everything else was scheduled around it. And then it just so happens that Jonas Con was at the same weekend.
Yeah.
It's just, it's been so beautiful, and just really excited of what's to come. I think that this is really just the beginning for the both of us, and we're
solid
excited.
foundation. This is like a serious, like a really dope foundation too. Yeah, what's gonna grow to be something that the world is like, holy cow. I mean, it just really feels right. That was my first listen, and then that was my third listen, that was my 10th listen. I'm just like, man, I'm connecting to this music, and why? And it's just because it just feels good. It feels real. It felt like it was supposed to be done, and to see all the intangibles start to happen the way they did, it's bigger. You know what I mean? And that's, gosh, man, this is so cool. Getting to hang out with family and friends on a, on a rainy, dreary day here in the city, man. This is definitely lifting up my spirits, I gotta say.
Oh, man, thank you.
No, for real. I guess lastly, I should ask, as we put a bow on the conversation here, God, can I get tickets to the first show when you guys
Yes,
get, you know what I mean? Like,
Please
you know,
be there.
As many tickets as you
Yeah,
want.
You're one of, you're a champion of us. So thank you.
Yes.
I gotta ask. I mean, it's like it's one of those shoot your shot type of situations.
It's like, please
If I don't-
save this forever.
Yeah, it's
no,
on
this is-
video. No, but what's really special is, again, like I said, just to see it happen so organically, to know and have known the both of y'all for a little bit, and to reconnect in this type of a scenario, it means the world to me, because it's like, who would have known? But when you carry yourself with such amazing energy, somebody knew. And this is why
Amen. Amen. I'm so glad you said that. Amen.
Yeah,
Praise the Lord. I do love me some Jesus, you know.
Preach on. Can we give a round of applause one time for my
thank you,
family?
guys.
It's Harper.
Thank you.
It's Franklin.